These right here are the Bunker Industry mini traction boards that you can find on Amazon, and I purchased them about 3 years ago for an expedition that we were taking to Colorado for about $40 to $45. So $40 to $45 in 3 years. The price has not really changed on these. This was going to be one of our first expeditions out of state, and we were driving the Subaru Baja, so space was already limited, so I figured having some mini traction boards would be a lot better than having the full-size ones as far as space was concerned. We just mounted this with bungee cords to the back of the bed extender, and that took care of having some crucial recovery gear on this big trip that we were taking. Bunker Industries mini recovery traction boards weigh in at about 5 pounds with both pieces and are made of UV stabilized automotive grade polypropylene plastic. And this was ripped right from the Amazon ad, by the way. The mini traction boards claim to support up to 10 tons or just over 9,000 kilos, which I will definitely be talking about later in this video. And they also claim to be made extremely UV resistant to prevent color fading, which I will also be talking about later in this video. Not only did I use these for solo recovering when out exploring, but they also became a source of leveling out our vehicle when we were trying to set up our rooftop tent. And that's kind of where some of the abuse started happening to these things. With our Subaru, we were tent camping a majority of the time, but as soon as we added the Santa Cruz to the fleet, we had to deal with leveling out the vehicle when we were using our rooftop tent. I remember seeing online that these boards were advertised as being able to do just that, and often enough it appears that these traction boards have begun to cave in. As you can see right here on the stress marks around the edges, and also from this recessed point that has been starting to sink down, thus leading me to that 10 tons might have been exaggerated quite a bit. I would also like to point out that in the opening scene of this video, I was doing a small recovery in the snow. From that one incident, you can see that one of these nubs has completely broken off, and that the other one looks to have melted down a bit. This is most likely because of the wheel speed and me trying to activate the all-wheel drive system better. But it's still an interesting take on these mini recovery boards and their longevity. As far as the UV protection goes, for a little while these boards were stored outside, but even then the color has not changed even just a little bit, except for the stress lines are, and I guess that one is pretty much self-explanatory. Before I go ahead and give you guys my full opinion, I would like to note that these have a 4.5 out of 5-star review on Amazon, with about 581 reviews posted. So it's not like they've sold a whole lot of these, but people who have bought them seem to really enjoy them. And they also offer about 5 different colors for you to mix and match the rest of your recovery kit. I am a little biased when it comes to these Bunker Industry boards, specifically because my overlanding rigs both have small tires, the Subaru having only a 28-inch tire, and the Santa Cruz having a 31-inch tire. It just seems like the little nubs on these boards don't quite grab the way I would like them to. I'm sure that if I had some bigger tires, or if these were used with a different tread pattern, that they might grab a bit more efficiently. And the second problem I have is that these boards are warped a little bit now, despite the website boasting its 10-ton capability, which might just indicate that that's the limit on when the plastic tears or something. My third and final gripe with the mini traction boards is that they might not be the best for all-wheel drive vehicles. I kind of wish I had gotten longer boards because of the situations that I've been in. I've had to go out and relocate the boards on multiple occasions after moving only just a few inches. On top of that, I'm not really building up any momentum that I need to get out of the snow or mud that I would not have an issue with having these longer boards. Also, it might be best to use 4 mini traction boards instead of just shuffling around the 2 in the event of whichever wheel has lost traction. Using 4 might have been enough to overcome some of these obstacles. So would I recommend this to you guys out there? And honestly, yes. For a piece of recovery gear, I think $40 is an extremely generous price. And I have had these for 3 years now and still beat the crap out of them. You can definitely see the wear and tear marks on these as they age, but these still do come in handy for any weird situation that we might end up in or put ourselves in. But that's all I got for you guys. We're gonna put some other overlanding gear adventures up for you guys to check out. This is Jake, and we'll catch you in the next video.